Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather. My name is Resident Unleashed, and let us open up the Demon Compendium to locate none other than the Demon hee-ho himself, the mascot of Atlas, Jack Frost. In folklore, Jack Frost is a personification of frost, ice, snow, sleet, winter, and freezing cold. He is a variant of Old Man Winter, who is held responsible for frosty weather, nipping the fingers and toes in such weather, colouring the foliage in autumn, and leaving fern-like patterns on cold windows in winter. Jack Frost is traditionally said to leave the frosty, fern-like patterns on windows on cold winter mornings, window frost or fern frost, and nipping the extremities in cold weather. Over time, window frost has become far less prevalent in the modern world due to the advance of double glazing, but Jack Frost remains a well-known figure in popular culture. He is sometimes described or depicted with a paintbrush and bucket colouring the autumnal foliage red, yellow, brown, and orange. Sometimes he is portrayed as a dangerous giant. The Hindus derived the name of Hindu Kush from the tradition that a giant used to lie there and wait to kill all the Hindus who passed that way. The giant was probably the same whom we in the Arctic regions used to call Old Zero, better known in England as Jack Frost. The horrors of the snow-covered wastes probably gave rise to that tradition. In Shin Megami Tensei, Jack Frost is described as a snow elf who brings in the cold weather during the winter and is thought to be responsible for the frost that forms on the windows of homes and buildings. This information can be found in various compendium entries, with some of the notable ones being: Origin England, a winter fairy in the shape of a snowman. It appears with the coming of winter. Though it is usually as innocent as it seems, it also freezes those it dislikes to death. An elf-like creature who is the embodiment of all that is cool. It is said he is the one who leaves those beautiful icy patterns on the windows in the morning. Jack Frost is a sprite of English folklore that only appears in wintertime. He can appear in many different forms, such as a snowman, a child, or an old man. Jack Frost has a mischievous yet innocent personality. He tends to say hee-ho frequently and generally acts like a friendly child. He also has a menacing side though. Get him angry and he'll freeze you solid. A mist spirit that appears during the winter and melts away in spring. His body is made of ice and snow, but do not be fooled by his cute appearance. Jack Frost spits ice and freezes people, a smile on his face all the while. Originally, he looked like an abominable snowman, but perhaps he changed his form to more efficiently freeze people. Jack Frost made his debut in the second Megami Tensei title, and has appeared in virtually every title since. He appears in most titles as a common demon. However, he has made some notable appearances in some titles, such as: in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, there was a Jack Frost known as Hee-ho, who was the owner of a junk shop in Shibuya. After Hee-ho made enough money to travel, he sold the shop to a fabulous male mannequin prone to flirting with the demi-fiend. Hee-ho's dream was to become a big, powerful demon like the king, so he headed to the Mantra Army headquarters in Ikebukuro. When Hee-ho arrives at the Mantra HQ, he is afraid of the demons, so he stays outside, but it's too hot there, so he decides to head elsewhere. Hee-ho ends up at the Kabukicho prison, presumably looking for Magatsuhi. After Mizuchi was defeated by the demi-fiend, Hee-ho transformed into Black Frost and began calling himself Emperor of Kabukicho, ruling over a small host of Jack Frosts. After being defeated by the demi-fiend, Black Frost melted and left behind the Satan Magatama. In the third Kalpa, Black Frost appeared in a room with two switches after Dante was defeated. After talking to Black Frost, he joined the demi-fiend's party without his consent, believing that he could grow stronger still by joining the one who defeated him. In Devil Summoner, Raido Kuzunoha vs. the Soulless Army, there is a Jack Frost who steals a uniform and fuses himself with it, becoming Raiho. In Strange Journey, there is a lonely Jack Frost that appears in Sector Karina's basement, moping over the loss of his family. In an effort to achieve revenge, he requests the protagonist to get him an ice vest to increase his power. Upon getting the item and using it, Jack Frost grows and becomes a Frost Ace, unlocking the Frost Ace special fusion combination and granting a powerful gun to the protagonist. In Persona, a pair of Jack Frost NPCs appear in the Snow Queen quest, Hee-ho-kun and Hee-ho-chan. In Persona 3, the protagonist can obtain Jack Frost dolls from the claw machine in the Paulownia Mall. Akihiko Sanada can also obtain Jack Frost gloves called Jack's Gloves, which also feature Pyrojack. As well as these two things, in Persona 3 Fez, the protagonist can cast a fusion spell titled Jack Brothers, which requires both Jack Frost and Pyrojack. This spell knocks down all foes at medium odds.
A rare form! Destroy it!
In Persona 5, Jack Frost appears as a plush toy that can be won from a crane game at the Gigodo arcade in Akihabara. The plush will be located on the workbench in the protagonist's room after being won. In Digital Devil Saga, Jack Frost appears as one of the hip-hop brothers, the other being Pyrojack. In Digital Devil Saga 2, Jack Frost is in random encounters but no longer appears as a common enemy. Instead, he will quiz the party with 20 questions per battle, stopping only when the party answers wrong or correctly answers all questions for the round. Should the party correctly answer all 100 questions, they win a certificate for answering the 100th question correctly, and a set of stat increasing data. If all answers have been answered correctly every time the party encounters Jack Frost, he will give them random items before running away. The party will also have the opportunity to fight Jack Frost if all questions are answered correctly in the final dungeon, the third layer of the sun. Jack Frost will prefer to use breath to freeze a party member and attack them repeatedly, but should the avenue of attack be cut off with ice shields, he will attack using other skills. Using debuff spells on Jack Frost will make him waste turns casting Dekunda, rather than attacking. Defeating him nets the pass ring and the Magata ammo. He will also continue to appear and grant the party items after battle. Additionally, Jack Frost dolls appear scattered throughout the Karma Society Tower. In Demi-Kid's Dark, Jack Frost are known as J Frost, and they are the main inhabitants of Demise, and reside in a town called Frostville. The Jacks, Mini Icy, and Strawberry Frost are the main civilians, Icy Aces serving as military, and King Icy ruling over them all. Akira passes through the town on his way to the Valhalla, and has the options of helping Jack Frost complete a quest to become an Icy Ace. Other Jack Frost can be seen all over the Valhalla and Dem alike. Jack Frost also stars in his own spin-off title, Jack Rose, which was released for the Virtual Boy in 1995. He is one of the 3 initial playable characters in this spin-off title named after him and his brothers, where he must hurry to return to his own world before midnight on Halloween. His attacks are weaker compared to the other characters, but his rate of fire is the highest in the game. He has also made appearances in Persona 3 Spring of Birth, where Makoto Yuki summons him to defeat the shadow controlling the train. And in Shin Megami Tensei Devil Children, the anime, where he tries to destroy the protagonist but ends up being defeated and ultimately joining the party on their adventures. The design of Jack Frost consists of a snow elf wearing a blue hat with long ears, with a smiley face on the center, blue shoes, and a jester collar. This is the way Jack Frost has appeared in all of the games except Megami Tensei 2, where he has a more snowman-like appearance and is wearing a scarf, red shoes, and a sun hat while holding an umbrella in his right hand. Jack Frost's skills throughout the series are quite consistent, as he predominantly wields the skills Bufu and Mabufu, as he appears as a demon usually between levels 7 to 20 throughout the series. He also has access to skills such as Dia, Ice Boost, Sonic Punch, Bufula, Raku Kaja, Ice Pleroma, Hama, and many more one-off skills depending on which title it is. He usually has a weakness to fire and either drains, resists, nulls, or reflects ice in most games. However, as well as the ice and fire resist and weakness, in Persona 2, Jack Frost took null from water and resisted Holy, Dark, Nerve, and Mind. And in the first Persona, he was also weak to electric, nuclear blast, and gravity, while gaining the extra resist of Nerve. Jack Frost falls under the fairy race in modern Shin Megami Tensei titles, but also has been classed as Field and Nether in Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 respectively. Lover's Arcana in Persona 2, then Magician for the rest of the franchise. Common Demon in Devil Children series, and Yoma in Megami Tensei 2. Now for the fun part of the video, the trivia. Did you know Jack Frost makes cameos in Etrian Odyssey 2 Heroes of Laggard? One of the female gunners has a Jack Frost button on her hat. He also makes a cameo in Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE as the logo of the hee-ho mart. And there is a car modelled after him in Korokyu Works. Jack Frost has an easy to miss tail because his body and tail are monochromatically white. In a Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne interview, series producer Koji Okada answered Jack Frost to be his favourite demon. The last one, Jack Frost alludes to his fame in various conversation lines in Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. Thanks for watching this episode of Demon History, featuring Jack Frost. If you enjoyed and want to support my channel, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what demon I should cover next down below.